Welcome, loyal fans of America's team, to the Portal Dallas Cowboys News Fan Channel, your ultimate source for all the latest rumors, insights, and analyses surrounding the Dallas Cowboys. Today, we're diving deep into a name that could significantly bolster our defensive front, Jonathan Greenid. As the NFL landscape continues to shift with free agency and trade discussions, identifying the right talent to push the Cowboys closer to a Super Bowl remains paramount. Greenid, with his proven ability to disrupt opposing offenses, presents an intriguing proposition for a team always looking to solidify its defensive dominance. This comprehensive script will explore why Jonathan Greenid is a prime target, how he fits into the Cowboys scheme, and the potential ripple effects of his arrival in Dallas. Stay tuned for more updates and in-depth discussions right here on our channel. Jonathan Greenid's journey in the NFL has been one of steady progression, culminating in a breakout performance that has put him firmly on the radar of teams seeking elite pass rushing talent. Drafted by the Houston Texans, Greenid quickly established himself as a force on the edge, showcasing a relentless motor, a diverse array of pass rushing moves, and an ability to set the edge against the run. His athleticism and power make him a versatile defender capable of playing in various alignments, a trait highly valued in today's dynamic NFL defenses. For the Cowboys, who pride themselves on a disruptive defense, a player of Greenid's caliber could be the missing piece to elevate them from a strong unit to a truly dominant one. Imagine the pressure he could create opposite Micah Parsons, forcing opposing quarterbacks into quick, errant throws and opening up opportunities for the entire defensive line and secondary. The Dallas Cowboys have historically invested heavily in their defensive line, understanding that consistent pressure on the quarterback is the bedrock of a championship-caliber defense. While Micah Parsons rightly garners much of the attention, adding another high-impact player like Greenid would prevent offenses from simply focusing their blocking schemes on one individual. Greenid's ability to consistently generate sacks and pressures would mean less double-teaming for Parsons, allowing both players to maximize their potential. This dual-threat pass rush would be a nightmare for offensive coordinators, creating havoc in the backfield and leading to turnovers and crucial stops. Furthermore, Greenid's strength against the run is equally important. The Cowboys' defense thrives on stopping opposing ground games and forcing teams into obvious passing situations where their pass rushers can truly shine. Greenid's presence would fortify the run defense, making the Cowboys even more formidable on early downs. Beyond his on-field production, Greenid brings a tenacity and leadership quality that would resonate with the Cowboys' defensive philosophy. He plays with an intensity that can be infectious, setting a standard for effort and aggression. In a locker room with strong personalities, Greenid's work ethic and commitment to excellence would fit seamlessly. The coaching staff values players who are not only talented but also dedicated to the team's success, and Greenid embodies that spirit. His presence could elevate the performance of those around him, pushing younger players to develop faster and ensuring that the entire defensive unit operates at a higher level. The chemistry between defensive players is often underestimated, but a cohesive unit that trusts and pushes each other is essential for sustained success. Greenid has shown he can be a vital part of such a unit. From a strategic standpoint, acquiring Greenid would give defensive coordinator Dan Quinn, or whoever is at the helm, even more flexibility in designing exotic blitz packages and defensive fronts. The ability to move pass rushers around, creating mismatches and exploiting weaknesses in offensive lines, is a hallmark of an elite defense. With Greenid and Parsons, the possibilities are endless. They could line up on opposite ends, create interior pressure on stunts, or even be used in hybrid roles to confuse blockers. This level of versatility is invaluable, allowing the Cowboys to adapt to any offensive scheme and keep opponents guessing. The modern NFL demands defensive innovation, and players like Greenid provide the raw material for that innovation to flourish. His knack for disrupting plays, whether by sacking the quarterback, forcing fumbles, or batting down passes, is exactly what the Cowboys need to take the next step. Of course, any potential acquisition comes with financial considerations. The Cowboys front office is known for its meticulous approach to cap management, and signing a player of Greenid's caliber would require careful planning. However, given his age and potential for continued growth, a long-term investment in Greenid could pay dividends for years to come. Elite pass rushers are a premium commodity in the NFL, and their value often outweighs the financial commitment. If the Cowboys truly aspire to contend for a Super Bowl, making strategic investments in key positions like defensive end is non-negotiable. The return on investment for a player who can consistently change the complexion of a game is immense, not just in terms of individual statistics, but in the overall success of the team. The economic impact of such a signing on the team's balance sheet would be offset by the potential for deep playoff runs and increased revenue from a more successful product on the field. In conclusion, the prospect of Jonathan Greenid joining the Dallas Cowboys is incredibly exciting for fans and analysts alike. His addition would provide a significant boost to an already talented defensive unit, bringing an extra layer of disruption, versatility, and intensity. The combination of Greenid's power and technique with the existing talent in Dallas could create one of the most feared pass rushes in the league, a crucial component for any team with championship aspirations. As the Cowboys continue their pursuit of another Lombardi trophy, strategic moves like acquiring a player of Greenid's caliber are essential. We encourage you to keep following our channel, Portal Dallas Cowboys News Fan, for continuous updates, analyses, and passionate discussions about our beloved Cowboys. Don't miss out on any of the breaking Dallas Cowboys news as we track every potential reinforcement and rumor. Man, I gotta tell you, when I hear names like Jonathan Greenid being thrown around for the Cowboys, my heart just does a little flutter. We all know what we need, right? Another absolute monster on that defensive line to take us to the next level. We've got Micah, who's a cheat code, but imagine adding a guy like Greenid opposite him. That's not just an upgrade, that's a game changer. I've been watching Greenid for a while now, ever since his days with the Texans, and let me tell you, the dude is legit. He's not just a flash in the pan, he's consistent, he's got that relentless motor, and he knows how to get to the quarterback. You see him bull rushing, then hitting you with that quick spin move, and suddenly, the QB is on his back. That's the kind of disruption we crave in Dallas. Think about it, offenses already have nightmares trying to figure out how to block Parsons. Now you throw Greenid into the mix, and it's pure chaos for them. You can't double team both. Someone is getting a one-on-one, and I'm betting on our guys winning that battle every single time. And it's not just the pass rush, which is obviously huge. This guy can stop the run too. We've seen how important that is, especially against those physical teams. If we can shut down the run game early, then it's a pass rushing party, and that's when our secondary can feast. Greenid's presence would make our defense so much more complete. It's about building a truly dominant unit, one that makes every single snap a nightmare for the opposing offense. We've had good defenses, sure, but imagine one that's consistently elite because you have multiple threats coming from every angle. That's the dream, isn't it? Of course, the first thing everyone thinks about is the money, right? Can we afford him? Is Jerry gonna open up the wallet? Look, elite pass rushers cost money. That's just the reality of the NFL. But if you want to win a Super Bowl, you have to invest in the pieces that actually make that happen. A guy who can consistently sack the quarterback, force fumbles, and create turnovers? That's worth every penny. That's the kind of player who wins you playoff games. The kind of player who helps you close out tight matchups in December. We've been close so many times, right? Always missing that one piece, that one consistent threat. Greenid could absolutely be that guy. This is the kind of move that gets me genuinely excited. It shows intent. It shows that we're serious about taking that final step. It's not just about drafting well, it's about strategically adding proven talent that fits our system and our culture. Greenid seems like a perfect fit, A guy who plays with passion and puts in the work. He'd bring that extra edge, that intensity that lifts the whole defense. Imagine the energy at AT&T Stadium with him out there, getting after it. Man, I can practically hear the roar of the crowd already. Let's make this happen. Cowboys!